can't believe I have to talk about this, but it looks like I kind of want to. I kind of want to, and I really feel I need to. So let's talk about the biggest elephant, or in this case, wolf, in the room. These are the brand new de-extincted, I don't know if that's a word, I don't give a shit. These are the brand new direwolves that came into existence a few months ago. Yes, these are actual direwolves brought back from extinction. And the internet, in all its uninformed glory, is losing their shit about it. And I am bloody tired of it. Yeah, I cannot believe I'm making this video, but the fact that we're going off on these things of all things, okay, this is the straw that is literally driving me bloody friggin' insane. Let me explain this. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. Why? Oh, how about the fact that we have brought an extinct species, excuse me. As you can see, I'm doing this completely non-scripted. Why? Because I'm tired and I need to get it off my chest. So yeah, we have brought a species back. Extinction is not forever anymore. This is a good thing. Now, maybe other extinct or endangered species like let's pull off some of the let's leave the basics like the woolly mammoth. Let's talk about some other endangered species that really deserve to be brought back, like, oh, I don't know, the American bison, the fucking condors. How about these two? I live in Arizona. I have to deal with the condors all the frickin' time. I see them. They're gorgeous. Maybe some endangered eagles, maybe some endangered fish, maybe bringing back, oh, I don't know, whales. How about whales? There's lots of whales on the endangered species list. Let's bring them back. But everyone's losing their shit about these. Why? Oh, direwolf, dangerous, Jurassic Park. Shut up. Shut up right now. If you wanted to type in the comments Jurassic Park right now, shut up. Because Jurassic Park is not a good example. Let me explain myself, because now we're going to go on a rant about Jurassic Park. And now I'm going to tear that film apart and the novel, because it's supposed to be this story about, like, oh, science gets away and goes wild and life finds a way. No, shut up. Let me explain. So in the movie, basically, well, we all know the story. Bunch of scientists bring back dinosaurs, want to open up like basically a giant zoo for them, so that way the whole world can enjoy the majesty of dinosaurs. Sounds like a pretty good plan, right? Yeah, so far pretty good. Let's see. We put top of the notch security, top of the notch enclosure systems to make sure that the more dangerous ones, like say Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus, stay in their cages and protect the people to the best of our abilities. Sounds like a pretty good plan. Sounds like it's working out so far. What goes wrong? Do the dinosaurs break out because they're smart enough to trick the human security and fences? No. You want to know what really actually is the downfall of Jurassic Park? Here, come here. I'll tell you it closer. Come here. Shh. The secret is the reason things went wrong: human greed. What happened? Oh, Dennis Neary, or whatever the fuck his name was, this guy was hired by a greedy corporation because he's a greedy fucking bastard, and he shut down the security system and basically the whole island to get DNA samples for an equally greedy company. I'm sorry, I can't blame the dinosaurs for breaking out and eating all these people, because this dumbass let them out. You're basically blaming the dinosaurs for shutting down the security system, which they didn't do. None of this would have happened if Nedry didn't turn off the system. Oh, well, what about the second movie? Again, human greed. The dinosaurs were loose on the island? No, let's go capture them and bring them back. Greed. Third movie? Well, that actually goes to the second point. So put a pin in that and come back to it. Because let's talk about the next little thing about this. The ecosystem. Oh, this will affect the ecosystem. No, it fucking won't. Well, of course it will correct myself. Yes, it will affect the ecosystem, but it might be in a good way. Why? How can I know that? How can I know if this will affect our ecosystem in a good or bad way? Well, let's talk about, I need to talk about the cousin of the dire wolves, the gray wolf. Specifically, the Yellowstone gray wolves. There was a time these guys were close to extinction. We had hunted them to literally, it was tragic. We were killing gray wolves like it was going out of season, and it almost was. Why? Same old excuses. Oh, they're encroaching on our farmlands, our ranch lands. People are getting attacked. Most likely morons getting attacked, and idiot ranchers not willing to pay up and put in proper protection systems to keep wolves and their livestock separate. So what happened? Well, with low wolf population, especially in Yellowstone, the deer, the elk, the bison populations explode, and they cause terrible damage to Yellowstone National Park. Entire fields are stripped bare of grass. Trees are completely left barren because the abundance of herbivores are destroying the ecosystem. Yeah. It's not carnivores that cause the destruction of an ecosystem. It's herbivores, and especially if there are too many herbivores. So what does everybody do? They bring in the wolves to hunt the deer, the elk, the bison. And what happens? The ecosystem recovers. It flourishes. And things get better. The world gets better. So before anyone starts jumping on them for, they might change the ecosystem, everything we do changes the ecosystem. Every breath we take, every step we take, every time we step in a car or go on an airplane or just step outside, every time we breathe, we change the entire ecosystem, even in the most small amounts. So again, it seems like humans are turning out to be the problem. So, and that leads to this next point. Well, what happens if they attack someone? Back to Jurassic Park, number 3. How did that mess start? Oh yeah! Some dumbass decided to take his stepson, or whatever, I guess his girlfriend's son, I don't remember that fucking movie. And what could be a fun thing that's full of action-packed suspense and danger? Let's go parasailing next to an island filled with wild dinosaurs. What could possibly go wrong? The only real reason animals attack humans is 99% of the time the human's fault. Every grizzly bear mauling, every shark attack, every wolf attack. Human error. I don't know about you, but I'm a firm believer in natural selection. If you are stupid enough to go into a dangerous area where there are wild animals that can be harmful to humans, and you don't take the proper precautions to protect yourself and these animals from each other, I'm going into an area filled with bears. I'm going to make sure all my food is properly secured. I'm also going to carry bear mace to ensure. And if I see a bear, I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to walk away from it. I'm going to take precautions. If somebody is stupid enough to ignore all of that and say, oh, look, a dangerous animal, I'm going to poke it with a stick, you deserve to get mauled. I'm sorry, I cannot tolerate morons. And if we're trying to bubble wrap the entire world entirely for the stupid people, or the people that aren't trained well enough, or the people who we don't teach or who don't want to learn, I'm sorry. I have no sympathy or time for that. Bringing these species back is not a bad thing. We're taking the proper precautions. They are not treating these animals as pets. If they were planning like, oh, we're going to turn these into the next designer animal for celebrities or rich people to own, then I would say that this is a problem. But they're not. Colossal is taking the appropriate measures to ensure the safety of us and these animals. And they're planning to bring back more. They could do so much good for us, like bringing back the mammoths. There are plenty of places in the world today that could use the woolly mammoth, could use bigger animals that aren't fit for the modern day world. There are plenty of places in the world that could use larger animals like the direwolf or the woolly mammoth or so on. Do I think we need dinosaurs? Hell no. Those things are just, no. The environment's not ready for those guys, and they're not ready for our environment. Nowhere close to it. But bringing back the direwolves is not a dangerous thing. Direwolves are not the problem. People are. So that's why you need to make sure you're educated. We cannot just sit in a glass bubble all our lives. Nothing will ever get done. Life will never improve. If you take away, to quote Dory of all people, you can't stop things from, if you try to stop bad things from happening to them, then nothing will ever happen to them. We have to go out. We have to put ourselves in danger. We're in danger every day. Every time you step outside, get in a car, on a bus, on a train, on a plane, you're putting your life in danger. That's why you don't hide in a glass bubble and surround yourself with nothing around you and sitting there with your blankie and your sippy cup. You don't do that. You make sure that there are properly trained people, properly educated people to ensure that we are not making mistakes. That is the whole goal of this. That's what needs to be taught about this. We cannot hide from nature. We can affect it, but we can't hide from it. That's why we need to work with it. That's why we need to work to maybe correct some of the wrongs we've done as humans. What this has shown me, what bringing back the dire wolves has shown me, is that we're getting ready, we're getting close to maybe correcting some of humanity's biggest mistakes, i.e. extinction. We could bring back animals that directly went extinct by us. It could maybe help with genetics that can maybe find better treatments or even cures some of the world's worst diseases. Could you imagine what we could do with genetics? We could find better treatments for cancer, diabetes, kidney failure. It could solve Alzheimer's. Life isn't like the movies. There's a lot of similarities and a lot can happen because they go off our experiences, but nothing is ever one-to-one. Nothing ever will be, because what needs to happen is better education. Maybe we shouldn't shut down the Department of Education. Only political joke, promise. But in the end, what this opens the door for is correcting a lot of our problems. Hell, in the future, if we keep doing this, if we keep letting science truly try to better humanity, we might be able to really start fixing some of the worst effects from climate change or from overpopulation. Hell, it could help us get to space faster. It can help us prepare us for becoming a multi-planet species. So I say, leave the dire wolves alone, man. Look at them. Look at them. This is not the face of evil. This isn't the face of something that's going to come and hunt you. This isn't Cujo. This isn't a demon-possessed being. The problem is, we can handle these guys. We have a harder time dealing with these guys. Just some food for thought. It's never the animal's fault. It's always the fault of the higher intelligence. Just keep that in mind. Intelligence isn't inherently evil or good. Be good to one another. Treat each other well. Respect one another. And respect the direwolves, please. Rant over! Thank you for listening.